Hi there crafters, it's Louise with you today, and I'm sharing a new scrapbook layout for Kitaholic Kits featuring the July 2021 kits. Now this layout, I have to admit, I'm not much of a double page scrapper, but I wanted to cut up these tags in the pattern paper, and I had this tag layout in mind. I've also printed out some 3x4 photos, and I want to lay the tags around the page and use the photos on each of the tags. Now as I'm putting this together, I'm kind of looking at it going, oh, it's a lot going on, it's really busy on the page. I think I better turn this into a double layout. So that leaves me enough white space that I can play with, and I can start to have a bit more fun with some layering behind the photos and adding a few embellishments here and there. So I'm going through the pattern papers and I'm going to pick out a couple of them and actually trace around this tag so that I can make some more tags. Now I know some people really like their tags to have holes in them, some like to have twine. I'm a bit of a plain tag person myself. I sort of just like the tag shape in the background. I don't necessarily need them to have holes or you know, twine or anything to make them look like a tag. I just like the different shape that they give. Now off camera, I'm going to go ahead and stick and attach everything together, but I'm just at the moment having a bit of a play around with some of the elements from the kit. Again, how I'm going to embellish each little section that I've got going on here and what I'm going to put in the background. Now, I had to have a bit of a think about this background because there are a few things I could have done. I could have done like a watercolor, but I ended up, I want to make these 3 large stripes. So I'm using the acrylic paints from the Mixed Media kit this month, which is full of Craft acrylic paints. So I'm using the teal, the yellow, and then I'm combining the pink and yellow. I really wanted an orange. I get more of a coral, but at least it's not pink. So, you know, I'm not much of a pink scrapper, being that I mostly scrap boys, but not saying you can't use pink if you want to, but pink's just not my thing. So I am, because I have mixed that color, I do have to use it straight away on the secondary page. Otherwise, if I have to mix it again, who knows what kind of color variant I might get. Now, you can also see that I am adding water. So by watering down the acrylic paint, obviously you can spread it further, but you also don't get as thick a coverage. So it really does depend on your personal preference as to how much thickness, how much texture you actually want. All right, now that my acrylic paint has dried, I'm having a bit of another think about what I'm going to add here, and I decide that I'm going to add some texture paste through the spotty stencil, and I'm just going to do that straight over the top of those stripes. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect because most of it's going to get covered up anyway, but you want to have sort of that texture that you can see in that background. All right, that's dried off camera, laying out my tags. I'm a bit disappointed that the yellow has kind of disappeared into the background. I should have put the yellow at the bottom instead of that orange, but I do like the way this is coming together now that I've added the cut file, and I'm going to start to embellish some of this as well. Now, this is just a cut file from my stash, and I have cut it on black cardstock and then cut it in half to hide behind my layers as well. So for this page, I am simply adding a few little embellishments poking out the side there. I've glued most everything down, and then this layout is complete. So thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed that. That was a slightly different, you know, take on a double layout, which again, as I said, I'm not particularly... Not that I'm not fond of them. I enjoy double layouts, but they're not my forte. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing something a bit different from me. And if you want to try out any of these techniques, please, by all means, I would love to see your take on whether it's a stripy background or the tags. It's always great to see what you guys create with your kits. So thanks for watching.